Alright, so take your next page, and we need the same height, so I'm just going to line it up and make a mark. And then I'm going to cut that off. Okay, and then turn it and then cut it at 8 1/4. I'm putting it on the factory edge just to make sure it's straight. 8 1/4. Then grab your scoreboard. On the 8 1/4 side, we want to score it at 1/2 inch. So I'm going to fold that. And this one, I'll lift it up so y'all can see it better. It's going to be another flap, so it's going to go all the way over. So it'll fold up this way. I tried to find, I didn't have another paper cutter. This mess is bugging me. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that one in place. So I'm going to put glue on the inside of the flap. And again, I'm putting it around the outside. And straighten it top to bottom. So I want to take this page that we already cut off of, and I'm going to flip it. Cut the tag off the bottom. I'm going to mark our width, leaving a little bit of a border. So I'm only doing, maybe that'll help. I'll put our first pocket we made is all that I'm covering. So I got the left to right. Now I'm going to do the top to bottom. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down. Alright, so we have our fold and we have our pocket. And we're actually going to make another pocket that'll be open on this side. So grab your little extra piece of your butterflies from when we cut our bottom sheet. And I'm just going to get the height ready and just use the width as as what we already had. Oh, I kind of like that green too, huh? Nah, I'm gonna do the butterflies. So grab your second piece that you should have left over from the butterfly page, and we're going to glue it all the way to the left hand side. There we are. Now go ahead and grab another one of our base page. Sorry. And let's cut 7 inches wide. I don't think that'll work well. Alright, so cut your next page. We're going to make little flaps just like we did before. So we're going to turn it this way and cut it at 11 1/4. Then grab your scoreboard. Alright, I'm going to start on my 7-inch side, and we're going to score it at 1/2 inch. Alright, and I'm going to flip it around to our 11 1/4, and we're going to score it at 1/4 and at 11. Now, just like before, I'm going to take my scissors and cut off where they meet. And we're going to fold all of those. So this is going to be a pocket from this side. So let me see where I'm at. Okay, so let's do 5/8 of an inch. So from your left to where we want to glue this down, it's going to be 5/8 of an inch. So I'm going to glue mine. Well, let me go ahead and make a mark to make it a little bit easier whenever I try to put it. Let me find one of the white spots. So 5/8 and 5/8. Am I even on the screen? Okay, 5/8. Alright, so glue on all our tabs. Alright, so the tab, the fold is on the right hand side, and I'm going to line up this with the 2 marks that I just made, hopefully. Alright. So now we have a flap here, or a pocket, sorry, a pocket here. And we'll decorate these in a minute. And then we have another pocket here. Let's see what we have left. That definitely is not going to fit. I think we probably need to put some pull tabs so someone knows that this one comes up. Let's do that. Grab your ribbon like we did on our previous photo mats and just cut you, I don't know, about 1 inch, I guess. It would be a lot helpful if I would think of this before. Sorry guys. I'm just going to estimate about the center. I'll just pull up this paper. Oh, well, mine wasn't really glued down anyway. I'm going to put that in that one end in there. I'm sorry. And then the other end there. Put a little bit more glue. Alright, I did it upside down. Now we have a little pull tab so it knows, so someone knows that they need to open that. So let's go ahead and grab our butterfly sheet that we cut, the first one, and it's just going to lay with this flap over the left hand side. Well, I guess we could have put one here too, because that one goes up also. Alright. So I'm going to put it on this reddish color, the same as this spool. I'm just prying between the design paper and that. Where did I put it? So I'm putting it here in between the design paper and just fold it around to the back, because we haven't put design paper on the back yet, so we're good on that side. Come on. Put a little extra glue under there. Alright, now we have 2 pull tabs. So let's go ahead and flip it over and put your glue on your inside flap. Make sure your butterflies are facing the right direction along with your flap. Alright, now start grabbing some magnets that we need to start putting these flaps down. These are pretty big, so I'm going to use my larger magnets. About this size. Well, I'm never going to get them apart again. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of center it. Put some score tape so it'll just stay there, hopefully. And then I'm going to grab for our next flap. Actually, I need 3 of them, don't I? One more. If you don't have magnets, let me put this down and I'll show you. You can use a ribbon. Okay, so here's our page. You can take some ribbon and glue on one end, one piece, and then glue on this bottom, one piece, and then just tie them together. And both of them tied together, it'll hold everything down for you if you don't have any magnets. So next I'm going to grab this piece. We're going to use the back side, and then this one we still have that we started with. And then I'm going to use this one with all these smaller tags. I'm going to use that back. So let's start with, I'm going to mark the height. We're going to do this section here, so I'm marking the height. I'm going to cut that first. It should be the height for all the tabs. We're going to use this color, this page more than once. Alright, so now we have the height. So the width is the same thing as all the other ones. It's 1/16 of an inch reveal around all sides. Make sure I'm marking the correct one. Alright, so that's good. We're going to glue that one down. You can use either side you want. I chose this side because these are so busy that I didn't want to do flowers, but you do whichever side you want. Oops. Alright, now we're going to pull our next little flap, and I thought this one would fit, but it will not. Let's see. Let's see if we could cheat it a little bit. I mean, I know we have a whole nother pack of paper. Let's do that. We're going to do like a belly band. So let's go ahead. What I'm going to do is glue this one, and then we're going to put this one, and then you should have another piece like such, and we'll do a belly band. So let me get the height on this one. My pencil. Well, I'm going to glue this one down. Well, we could do it either way, huh? We could do it this way. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because I just had a great idea. Alright. Let's do the flowers. Alright, I'm putting this on. I honestly can't tell what's right or up. Putting this one all the way to the left. And I'm going to take our other scrap piece, and I'm just marking the exact same height. Come on, camera. And cutting that. Mine's going to go over this page, but we're going to cover it up so it doesn't matter. I'll go ahead and put my glue down. Still can't tell whether these are. I almost think that's down. Alright, so you should have a scrap of gray. Oh, that one's not long enough. Let me see if I have another one. I'm sure I do. That one's long enough. So take your scrap, if it's the same as mine. Mine is like 1 9/16. But it's just like all the other. We want a reveal. Well, let's just do the width now. So I'm just cutting the width right now. Come on. What is the problem? What did I do? Okay. So we have our width. You can see there, it's just like a 1/16 of an inch of the dark colored on each side. So let's go ahead and my strip is 10 1/4. So cut yours 10 1/4 high, and then we're going to put it on the scoreboard, and on the 11, I'm sorry, gee Michelle, okay, on the 11 1/4 side, we're going to score at 1/4, and score at 11. When we put down those two little flaps, it should fit exactly. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on both my flaps. And I'm just to cover up that seam right there. You can put it more to the left, more to the right. I'm just centering mine. Alright, now this piece we need to do our height. So I got a 1/16 of an inch border down here, and I'm going to make a mark at the top. Sorry, I dropped a piece of paper, and if I don't get it off the floor fast, my dog's going to munch it and run off. There we are. I have 1/16 of an inch border around all four sides. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down, and then grab your stickers page. Now, we have our little belly band. So on your stickers you have this family, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball them, start at the top. Well, I need to make sure I'm not going to run out of room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, half. Yeah. Now be careful you're taking yours out. I almost just tore my M. There we are. Okay, so we got those two. Now for our last one, I am going to use the back of this sheet. So for my normal, I'm just going to mark where I need to cut to leave things at a 1/16 of an inch on all sides. Alright, glue that one down. Alright, so let's flip back over for the front and grab our cutouts. Now again, I don't want anything too busy because we all have all these flowers and everything going on. But since we put family on the inside, I'm going to use this one. The love of a family is life's greatest blessings. And I am going to, oh lordy, that barely fit, didn't it? I'm going to grab some cardstock, some chipboards, leftover chip. I'm going to use these smaller pieces. I'm going to flip it over just to kind of lift it all up off the page a little bit. Let's see, I may do 2 of them. Alright, let me glue this down. I'll check the height and we may glue another one to it. Let's see. Let me see what it looks like with 2 pieces, how much it raises it. Let's go ahead and just do the one. And I'm just going to eyeball it about center there. I guess I'm lining up with these 2 ribbon pulls. So let's grab our stickers. Let's see what else we can do for it. Alright, so now we need to make something to put in our pockets. And I'm taking my ribbon out right now so I do not forget to put it on. Alright, So we're going to make a couple of fold outs. We'll make something we'll put in here. And of course this is going to be a really big folder pocket right there. So let me get all of that together and we'll move forward. Okay, so I'm going to use white cardstock and just kind of randomly use these. I'm going to make them all fold so I can take up more room in the pockets, if that makes sense. So if you just want to watch me so I just made a couple of changes. I added a little pocket, a little tuck spot down here with the sticker, and then I also added this sticker, that, and then I did just, this is like a 3x5, and of course that's a tag. So now I think we are ready to go ahead and put it. I didn't put anything on this because it's so busy. I couldn't, yeah, we'll just leave that one blank. So let's grab your album. Get all this little bit of Fabri-Tac. Alright, so we have that one in. Magnets are working good. So now we will move on to the next page.